Good morning. Now we are going to discuss about CPU scheduling. Okay. The first concept, multi-level queue scheduling. What do you mean by multi-level queue scheduling? In multi-level queue scheduling, a processes are divided into multiple queues based on the priority, with each queue have different priority level. Higher priority processes are placed in a queue with higher priority level, while lower priority processes are placed in a queue with lower priority level. How the priority are assigned? The priorities are assigned to the process based on the type, characteristics and importance. For example, interactive process like user input on output may have a higher priority than batch process like file backup. Okay, so priorities are assigned to the process based on the type, characteristics and importance. Preemption. Preemption is allowed in multi-level queue scheduling, which means higher priority process can preempt lower priority process. Different scheduling algorithm can be used for each queue depending on the requirement of the process in that queue. A feedback mechanism can be implemented, okay, to adjust the priority of the process based on the behavior over time. In multi-level queue scheduling, okay, it ensures that process with higher priority level are executed in a timely manner. The next concept, multi-level feedback queue scheduling. Okay, what is the difference? Okay, what is the difference between multi-level queue scheduling and multi-level feedback queue scheduling? Okay, now we are going to see what is multi-level feedback queue scheduling. Okay, it is very similar to multi-level queue scheduling, but in this process can move between the queues. Okay, the process can move between the queues. Okay, more efficient than multi-level queue scheduling. Okay, so in multi-level feedback queue scheduling, divide the process into multiple queues based on the priority level. However, in multi-level queue scheduling, process can move between the queues based on the behavior and needs. The priority of the process can be adjusted dynamically based on its behavior. Okay, each queue is assigned a time quantum or time slice which determine the how much CPU time a process in that queue is allowed to use before it is preempted and moved to the lower priority queue. In multi-level feedback queue, scheduling uses a feedback mechanism to adjust the priority of the process based on the behavior over time. Yes, preemption is allowed in multi-level feedback queue scheduling. Higher priority process can preempt the lower priority process to ensure it get the CPU time it's need. Okay, thank you.